It's video.
Hello from London. Tower running. What the heck is tower running? Most recently, I did the RNLI Tower Run in London, England. I had a fantastic time and I'd recommend it to anybody. Essentially, a tower run is just a race, but instead of taking place on the road, it's racing up the stairs of a building. So let's start with some numbers. So it's billed as the tallest and toughest stair run in the UK, and it takes place over 58 floors of the building, which is basically the entire height of the building. It's all the way from the ground floor all the way up to the big viewing deck. As for how to enter, I had to raise £150 to enter. So that's about 300 Canadian dollars, maybe a bit less. And it was fairly easy. I got my friends and family to contribute. It wasn't too hard to get to the milestone. You can, of course, donate to yourself if you're a little short, so I did end up donating a little bit to my own fundraiser. So you're probably wondering at this point, what is the RNLI? So RNLI stands for Royal National Lifeboat Institute, and it's the UK's charity that essentially is kind of like the Coast Guard. Not in the sense of defending the waters, but more of just saving people's lives who need it, who need to be rescued from their boat. When you do these sort of runs, you never really have a choice what charity you're supporting. It's just kind of the one that sponsors it. So the RNLI sponsored this one, and I wanted to do the tallest tower run in the UK, so that's why I ended up supporting them. How did I prepare? I didn't take it overly seriously, my training. I probably was a 6 out of 10 on a scale of 1 being sat on the couch and ate potato chips to 10 being ran marathons every other weekend. I wasn't really too concerned about my time, but I wanted to do well. So I put in some jogging, some fast running, and some Stairmaster at the gym. Probably trained about 3 days a week for like 3 months, and didn't go too intense. I just wanted to try it and have fun. And so for clarity, I live in Canada, but for the last 3 years I've lived in Glasgow. And that's why I was able to go so easily to the UK's tallest tower run, because we took the train down. So it was about just over 4 hours train trip from Glasgow to London. We stayed there, we just booked a hotel for one night, and that was enough just to get in the one day at around 4 p.m, stay in the hotel, have the nice free breakfast, kind of get fueled up, get fired up, head over to the financial district where all the skyscrapers are, and go for I think it was the 11 o'clock start that I did. So a tower run is just like it sounds. It's a run up a tower, up the staircase. And this one was taking place in 22 Bishopsgate, which is the tallest or one of the tallest skyscrapers in London, and therefore one of the tallest in the UK. So for this event, I arrived for the 11 a.m. wave. Just like a road running race, you're separated into waves. You get a race number that you pin onto yourself, just like usual. You can drop your bag off with the staff and leave it at the bottom. So my girlfriend Catherine accompanied me, and she was on the very top floor where there's a viewing gallery. She separated off from me, and I went to do the tower run. We get into the tower. So someone looks at your race number, looks at your wristband, sees that you're in the right category, the right wave. The actual running of it was a great feeling, I have to say. I was nervous at the start, but as I got into it, I was passing people. I was surprised at my fitness. One question people probably have about tower runs is, what happens if something goes wrong? If something goes wrong, if you have to quit, luckily you have a floor that you can get off at every basically couple seconds that you climb. Every 10 seconds you reach another floor. There were aid stations along the way, so they have volunteers, probably 10 to 12 volunteers spaced out throughout the whole tower, logically at regular intervals, so that if you do feel sick, if you do feel like out of breath or you might faint, you can go and they'll give you medical attention if you need it. I have to say it's very well thought out and very, what we as athletes were treated very well. There were no water stations along the route. The water was only at the top, so if you did want to bring something, you'd have to carry it yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have any video from the run itself because I was too zoned in. I didn't really want to take my mind off the challenge. I wanted to get a good time, so I didn't film inside, but I do have this clip that I filmed in Manchester from my last tower run, which was a year earlier. Just making my way up the stairs. Got about 30 floors to go. So as you can see, I'm in a good mood there. I did start to suffer toward the end of that. Now for the good stuff. What were the times? I completed the RNLI tower run at 22 Bishopsgate in 12 minutes and 22 seconds. I was quite happy with the time. Like I said, it was about a 6 out of 10 on the training effort. I didn't really go for it. I didn't really push myself to the limit, but I still wanted to do well, and I did enough training to have a good go. One question that people might have is, did I get dizzy spinning around every floor? No. My strategy was I took the stairs at a walking pace, but a fast walk. So I did 2 at a time the entire way without stopping. And that was kind of my goal. I knew that if I did that, I would probably be okay with respect to dizziness. I didn't really have any problems, luckily. The facilities at the top were incredible. The area where Catherine, my girlfriend, waited for me is called Horizon 22. It's a viewing area that's 2 stories high. There's floor-to-ceiling glass windows, and you can look out over the entire expanse of London, which is stunning, needless to say. You can see the Thames, you can see the other skyscrapers in the financial district, you can see the Shard. You can see Wembley Stadium in the distance, you can see the Arsenal FC Stadium, you can see a lot of things that you'd know if you were from London. I was absolutely blown away. Overall, this was an exhilarating experience. It was an absolute blast to take part in, and I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. It was so fun. It was maybe a bit of an ask to raise £150, but I ended up contributing to my own fundraiser and was able to do it that way. And I would just say it's quite friendly. Like, it's open to anybody. It's not really a super difficult challenge because you can set your own pace quite easily, and if there is a time limit on it, it's very generous, so you can do it at your own pace. You can do it at a walk, you can do it at a sprint if you want to. It's open to absolutely anybody. There were people of all ages doing it. There was even a guy in a firefighter's outfit doing it with a big tank on his back to raise money for the charity. That's it. That's the RNLI Tower Run I did in 2025. Like I said, it was an absolute blast, and I would definitely do it again. Thanks for watching, and I've got quite a few videos I want to do, so can't wait to see you in the next one. I feel like now that I'm an influencer, I should have a microphone. Everyone seems to do this nowadays. This is a lighter.